All right, everyone, welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a tool that's set to really redefine teamwork inside the Atlassian ecosystem. It's called Rovo. So here's the plan. We'll start with the problem I think we all know too well. And then we'll meet our new AI teammate, Rovo. We'll see how it brings all your knowledge together, helps turn ideas into actual action, and even automates entire workflows, completely changing the game for the future of teamwork. All right, let's jump right in.
Okay, let's start in a place that's probably all too familiar for most of us. What I like to call the modern work maze.
Yeah, does this sound painfully familiar? I mean, your day is just filled with questions like these, right? You're constantly hunting for information that's scattered across who knows how many different apps and documents.
This constant digital scavenger hunt, well, it's more than just annoying. It creates a serious drag on productivity. It's a massive bottleneck that can grind projects to a halt and just completely drain your team's creative energy.
But what if you had an intelligent partner to guide you through this maze, to kind of cut through all that noise? Well, that's exactly where Atlassian Rovo comes in.
So let's meet Rovo. Now, I don't want you to think of this as just another feature. It's really designed from the ground up to be an AI teammate, one that's deeply plugged into the tools you're already using every single day, like Jira and Confluence. And this slide really shows you the difference, right? On its own, Rovo is a great search tool, no doubt. But when you flip that AI switch, it transforms into something way more powerful. We're talking smart answers, contextual chat, and proactive agents that actually work for you.
All right, so how does this new AI teammate start to solve all that information chaos we were talking about? Well, it all begins by unifying every piece of your company's knowledge.
Rovo Search basically becomes your single source of truth, your mission control for information. It pulls in results from all your different tools, but, and this is super important, it still respects all your existing permissions, so you only see what you're actually supposed to see.
So instead of trying to guess the perfect keywords to type into a search bar, you can just ask questions in plain English, just like you would ask a colleague.
And this right here, this is the key difference. Instead of just getting a long list of links to have to sift through, Rovo actually synthesizes the information to give you a direct answer. And, even better, it helps you discover connections you might have totally missed otherwise. Okay, so finding stuff is great. We love that. But where Rovo really starts to shine is when it helps you do things. Think of Rovo Chat as your personal co-pilot. It understands the context of what you're working on, so you can ask it to summarize a super long Confluence page, or maybe draft a response to a Jira comment, all without ever breaking your flow. And then you've got agents. So if Rovo Chat is your co-pilot, think of agents as specialized members of your AI team that you can call on to handle specific, repetitive tasks.
For example, you could have an issue organizer agent whose whole job is to automatically handle backlog grooming for you.
Or how about this one? The Release Notes Drafter. It can take like a dozen different Jira tickets and turn them into a polished, professional summary in just a few seconds.
Now, let's put all these pieces together and see how Rovo can actually automate an entire workflow, taking you from just a spark of an idea all the way to a finished product.
Okay, this is where it gets really amazing. Rovo can literally transform the entire software development lifecycle. For instance, the Rovo Dev Agent can take a simple user story and, boom, it automatically generates all the structured Jira issues you need, complete with subtasks and acceptance criteria. And this is such a critical takeaway. Rovo is not about replacing developers, it's about augmenting their skills. It's about handling all that repetitive setup work, which frees up developers to focus on what they do best, solving really complex problems. And in the testing phase, wow, the impact is huge. We're talking about agents that can read requirements and generate comprehensive test cases automatically, reducing that design time by up to half. That's massive.
Rovo's impact goes way beyond just development, too. It can also supercharge process improvement. So, imagine a Scrum Master. Let's call her Lisa. She can use Rovo to analyze all the sprint data, which helps her run a much more data-driven retrospective. She can even automate the follow-up actions. So, when you see this level of automation, it naturally leads to a pretty big question, right? What does this all mean for our roles, for our jobs? Well, we're seeing explosive growth in this space, for sure. But here's the thing. It's not about replacing jobs. It's about evolving them. When AI takes over the tedious stuff, like generating test cases, QA professionals are freed up to become true quality strategists, focusing on high-impact work like risk analysis and process optimization. And that really is the ultimate promise of Rovo.
It's a chance to fundamentally reshape how we work, to create teams that are faster, smarter, and way more strategic. So the question isn't just what you'll build with it, it's what new possibilities will you unlock for your team.